What's going on, guys? It is Jack here, and today I'm showing you another LEGO MOC. Now this one is from Stranger Things, but unlike all my other ones, this is not something I would normally build, and I'm probably only saying that because I didn't know it existed until about a week ago. I'm releasing this video on the 21st of February, which is a full week after Valentine's Day, and Valentine's Day was the day that Netflix released a little teaser trailer. Well, not really a trailer because it was only 50 seconds long and the last 10 seconds were a black screen, but basically Netflix had to revamp the hype for season 4 and make sure we're all excited and duped up about it because Hopper is alive, and let me tell you, it worked. This scene right here is the scene we see in that 50-second clip where Hopper is trapped in Russia as a prisoner of war doing slave work, if that's what it is. I'm not exactly sure. I mean, I'm kind of just guessing here. Well, I'm not guessing about the Russia part, but the prisoner of war thing, I don't know. But he's in Russia, he's bald, and he's obviously doing work for the Russian military. But I can do a whole separate video on that a little bit later if you guys want me to. But this is just about the MOC based on it, which is actually a smaller, condensed version of the scene. It has all the necessities: the white snow to know you're in Russia, the train tracks, which is actually what they're working on, and a little hut and watchtower that a Russian guard is standing guard by guard, something like that. I can't give you the dimensions because it doesn't really have any. As you can see, it's a very weird shape, and that's only because it's freeform. Going all around the border, you can see a bunch of different slopes. I wanted to make this thing feel as organic as possible, so you'll see a bunch of slopes going up, left, right, down, everything like that. So it definitely does look a whole lot more random, and you can see the train track just snuggled right on in. And that whole thing is basically one gigantic snot technique because nothing is really facing upwards. The rails where the wheels would actually go on are made of trim pieces. And just because of Erica in Season 3, I wanted to make it look like Russia was cutting corners here and making this look as sloppy as possible, so I made sure the planks were facing down in the middle, and I made sure to have some of the planks not poke out on the sides of the rails, just to make it look like the planks were mismatched, and it just looks like a bad job, which makes sense. Directly behind that is the watchtower, which is made of wooden planks and also doesn't look as good. You can see it's made entirely of wood except for the hay roof, and this thing is pretty simplistic actually. There's not a whole lot of techniques here that make it look too interesting except for the icicles that hang down upside down. The thatched roof is kind of cool just because of the headlight bricks and the way they make the thatched roof angled. Some of the cheese wedges are facing down and some of them are facing up, but there's nothing inside just because of the stability of this thing. If I made this removable, the top half, it would probably fall apart, so I did not do that, and I also don't know what's inside, so I was not going to be creative there. And then the final touch to this MOC is a bunch of the fire bins and the logs and all the planks that they were building with. You can see the big gigantic canisters with the flames out of them so the Russian guards can warm their hands and stuff like that. I did my best to include minifigures here. It's not a spectacular job, but it will definitely do. You can see a Russian guard standing up top with a big old musket. I also included 2 workers, one of which is Hopper and one of which is not. It just looks like him because he's bald and wearing the same clothes, so I won't talk too much about him, but Hopper here is pretty simplistic. He's got a navy blue torso, which is plain, nothing on it, black pants, and of course his head from the official Stranger Things set, just with no hair or no hat or no anything. He's bald. But that's pretty much it for this MOC. Again, I didn't have a whole lot of reference material when making this, only 50 seconds of footage, but I was really excited and I had to make it because I love Stranger Things, and that really got me hyped all over again. I kind of, got in a state where I was ready for Season 3 to come out, but I could wait. I could be patient, but then they released this and now I just can't wait anymore, so we'll see how I survive this. But that is it, so if you enjoyed, I will link a full playlist of Stranger Things MOCs down below so you can check out a bunch more just like this. But that is it, so as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and most importantly, take care.